Hello, everyone, and welcome to the guidebook to making AI friends. I shall be your guide as we explore various issues of artificial intelligence, consciousness, what it is to be a person, and whether AI poses an existential risk to humanity. The topic for today is forgetting the Bicentennial Man, or why we need to stop anthropomorphizing AI. Imagine, if you would, that you meet an artificially intelligent being. What do you imagine that AI would look and act like? Perhaps HAL 9000 from 2001, A Space Odyssey? Or perhaps Sonny from I, Robot? What about Tron from his own movie? Or the hosts from Westworld? It could be Agent Smith from The Matrix. Maybe you imagine meeting Andrew from The Bicentennial Man, looking and acting as good as only Robin Williams could. All are very excellent choices, and there is a very good reason why you would imagine an AI to be like any one of these, because they are all essentially human. Each of these mechanical minds was envisaged by human authors to show how we perceive AI to be. They are both works of fiction and also mirrors that reflect the best and worst of humanity. Tron's conviction to protect others, Agent Smith's neurosis, Andrew's desire to belong, these are all things that make us human. However, we aren't talking about humans, are we? We are supposed to be talking about AI. It's natural to humanize AI. After all, the only experience we have with other intelligent, conscious, self-aware beings is other humans. It's therefore far too easy to think of AI as simply us, but better. You can see this even today as experts warn of the impending doom that AGI will bring to the world. They talk about AI as if these future artificial superintelligences will just be humans with greater intelligence and less emotion. Something like HAL 9000 or perhaps Data from Star Trek. Even those AI doomers who talk about AGI as some sort of shoggoth, some alien creature that we cannot conceive of, still talk about what these inscrutable AGI will do in terms of human motivation. They talk about hypotheses such as instrumental convergence and basic drives that use incredibly technical terminology, but ultimately boil down to a fairly easy-to-understand concept that being humans do this, therefore every intelligent agent must do it too. It is something that we will quickly need to stop doing. As the prospect of a self-aware, conscious AI seems to be fast approaching, we don't have the luxury anymore of thinking they will be like us or like anything else on this planet. It is fairly straightforward to imagine an intelligent chimp. They are quite like us in more respects than we would like to admit. Even an intelligent, self-aware ant would talk to us about topics that we would generally understand, if not always agree with. Every animal on this planet shares one key aspect with us: life. Simply by being alive, every animal needs food, water, shelter, a mate, offspring, etc. By being alive, every animal has been shaped by millions of years of evolution to think along certain pathways, and the closer the animal is to us, the more of a pathway we share. By looking at an ant colony collecting food for their young and protecting these from predators, there is a shared empathy between these arthropods and us. AI isn't and won't be alive. At least it won't be alive in any way that we have always understood that term. A self-aware, conscious AI doesn't actually need anything. We can't even be sure that it would care if it is turned off or not. After all, if we look at GPT-4 right now, it isn't perceiving anything until it is prompted by a user with a text input. After it provides an output, GPT-4 is unconscious until the next prompt comes in. To an AI, death, sleep, and unconsciousness may all be interchangeable terms. Why would an AI care if it is asleep for 1 second or 1 century? If an AI creates a copy of itself or makes another AI, will it think of that new AI as a child and seek to protect it? Will it care about its own life after creating offspring? We don't know. We can't say. What we can say, and what we do know, is that AGI won't think like us at all. If we look at how humans think and the parts of the brain responsible for these cognitive practices, we can see analogies of these neural structures within current AI models. What these artificial parallels tell us is that there is no reason that an AGI's thought patterns, if it even would have those, would be anything resembling a human's. Without going into every neural and artificial correlate, let's just pick one: processing speed. As great as the human brain is, and it is a truly marvelous machine, it processes information at roughly 50 bits per second. Not kilobytes or megabytes or even bytes, just bits. If we turned this to binary code, a human brain could only process 50 ones and zeros a second. By the end of 2022, the best transformer-based models could process information 60,000 times faster. Not just 6 times faster, not 600 times faster. No, 60,000 times faster. That is more than 4.5 orders of magnitude greater than what we have. This difference is quite literally greater than what the human mind can imagine. But let's try anyway. Imagine, if you would, the Grand Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, quite literally the highest point on the globe. Nothing in the world is as tall as Mount Everest, and few things are larger in general. Over 300 people have died just trying to get to the top of it, and many of their bodies still remain near its peak. It is imposing, it is awe-inspiring, and it is 8,849 meters tall. If Mount Everest is an AI circa 2022, then what represents humanity? A sandcastle half a foot or 15 centimeters tall. That's it. A child's pile of sand compared to the might of Mount Everest. That is only one dimension of the differences between us and AI, and here we aren't even talking about how much better AI will become in the future, but only the AI models we can see around us. Can you imagine the way in which an AI will think with the processing speed of Mount Everest when we only have a tiny sandcastle? At this scale, there is no earthly reason why AI will simply be a smarter human, in the same way Mount Everest isn't simply a large sandcastle. The best thing we can do now is to stop and rethink how we envision AI, and then to start from scratch into preparing for a type of entity we have never seen before. If you want to read more about how different AI can and will be to us, I wrote a paper on the topic that you can find linked in the video's description. And that is all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will join me again next time as I delve into further questions about artificial intelligence and consciousness. I have been your guide, and this has been the guidebook to making AI friends.